Hello there, everybody, and today I'm doing a tier list for DC animated movies. I haven't seen all of these, but I'm gonna do the ones I have seen, and I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on them. I'd like to review these movies, of course, but no, we'll give our short thoughts. But anyway, let's get started. Justice League Gods and Monsters. So this is a good Elseworld story. I could see it as a multiverse film. I've only seen it once, but what I really like is like the way they did Batman. Like instead of being Bruce Wayne, we got Kurt Langstrom, Man Bat, and he becomes Batman. He becomes like a vampire, and Superman's like a dictator or something. We see Wonder Woman. They have very different origins. They also explore like Darkseid. It's a very underrated DC movie for sure. I think this is like one of Bruce Timm's more passionate projects for sure. And we also get General Zod for the first time in like DC animated stuff. I'm pretty sure because he wasn't allowed in the DCAU, but this is like their subtle way of doing him. So I probably put it in like loved it. I don't think it's like a masterpiece or anything. But next is Mystery of the Batwoman. So yeah, I really like this movie. I don't think it's as good as Mask of the Phantasm or like Return of the Joker. But it's a decent Batman movie. I do like the mystery between the free Batwoman twist. Like that was cool. And it's nice that we're getting a story that sets between the I think it takes place during Justice League. So it's like we see what Batman's doing, and we see Robin again. We see a bunch of returning cast. Very cool movie. Yeah, I don't think I'm as into it as other DC movies, but yeah, it's a good movie for sure. Okay, Superman Shazam. I thought this was okay. Like I don't know. I like seeing Tim Daly as Return of Superman and Jerry O'Connell Return of Shazam. And he got to play Superman again in the New 52 movies, which was cool. So it was very quick, short, in my opinion. Not much to say. Okay, Batman Assault on Arkham. Okay, so I think this movie's good, but like it's confusing because of the continuity. And some people say it's part of the Arkhamverse. Some people are saying it's not. It's hard to tell since the Joker dies in it, and we don't know since it's probably not canon since we know the Joker shows up in the other Arkham verse. He shows up in the games. And yeah, the voice acting is pretty good. Yeah, the Suicide Squad designs look good. I'm surprised how adult this movie is, for sure. Yeah, but honestly, Batman's not really in this movie. It's more of a Suicide Squad movie. But yeah, I think it's good. Okay, Flashpoint Paradox. I really love this movie. The stuff they did with like Barry Allen trying to save his mom, and he creates a very backwards world. Yeah, it's very faithful to the Flashpoint comic. It's very nice. And yeah, the good voice acting, good animation. It's surprisingly bloody. But I'd love to review this movie. I probably put it in like loved it or masterpiece. We might change it. Batman and Harley Quinn. I don't know. I thought it was weird. There's so many weird scenes in this movie. I felt this movie's kind of boring, but it's nice to see Lionel Lester return as Nightwing, Kevin Conroy as Batman. They didn't get the original Harley Quinn voice actor to return, even though she passed away recently. Rest in peace. But yeah, this movie it wasn't really for me. Okay, I have not seen this. Okay, Justice League New Frontier. So I got this for Christmas. I wasn't allowed to watch it because I was too young. But this movie is actually really good when I watched it finally. It is like a love letter to those old comic books back in the day, the Silver Age or the Golden Age of superhero comics. I like how they explore different years. It all leads to like the Vietnam War, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and I love those designs of the characters. You definitely feel like this takes place in the past for sure. So this is the one I remember more fondly. All Star Superman. Okay, a lot of people really like this movie, and unfortunately, I have not seen it. And I've not seen Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go. Batman Ninja. I like Batman Ninja. I didn't love it. I would say it's okay. I like how it's an anime. Very cool. But the voice acting's fine. The ending's a little over the top, like them turning into like Power Ranger robots. I don't know. I think it was definitely fun when I saw this movie for sure. So I'd probably put it in like okay. Batman Monster Mayhem. I really like these Batman Unlimited movies, even though people view it as like baby movies, like little kids movies. But I saw this when I was a kid and I liked it. But I don't remember too much from it, so I'd probably put it in the okay. Batman Gotham Knight. So this takes place during the Dark Knight trilogy. It could be canon or not, but it's very cool. We get like a bunch of short stories, Batman in anime form, like Batman trying to kill over his fear of pain, Batman having his fear against guns. We also see a story between these kids that interpret Batman. It's kind of like that one story in the animated series, and we got Kevin Conroy voicing Batman, which is awesome. He's the best Batman voice actor. We all know that. But I'll put it in loved it. So Green Lantern Emerald Knight. Okay, so this is okay. Like I don't know. I wish we got more Hal Jordan in this. He's in it, but like they're just telling a bunch of origin stories for the Green Lanterns. That's nice and all, but like it's just not. I found myself kind of bored when watching this movie, so I'd probably put it in like the okay. But yeah, it does have a good ending, I guess. Justice League Dark. Okay, so I do like this movie. I haven't watched it in a while. It's basically where we see the supernatural side to the Justice League. Yeah, Batman's in it, but we do see awesome characters like John Constantine, Satana, Swamp Thing, Deadman, Etrigan. Like we see all these cool supernatural characters as they're up against a supernatural threat. But yeah, I'd probably put it in liked. Superman Brainiac Attack. So it's hard to place this movie since it's some people say it's not part of the DCAU, even though it has the same art style and voice actors. But I don't know. But yeah, I like this movie. It's cool, fun, a fun Superman story with him and Lois Lane. Yeah, not much to say though. The Dark Knight Returns. Okay, so I really like The Dark Knight Returns. The animation style is definitely unique. It's very faithful to the iconic comic book. I like how it shows a world that is against Batman. Like Batman's trying to protect his city, even though he's middle aged. He's doing his best, even though he ain't doing the best things, and he goes up against even crazier like Joker, and at least to him getting to a fight with Superman. It's a cool movie. I put it in the loved. Okay, Batman Mask of the Phantasm is some of the best Batman animated series, and probably part of the Batman lore. It gave us the origin of Batman, a stellar animation, great voice acting. Like, it has so good stuff in this. And I've already reviewed it on my channel. I'm going to put it in the masterpiece. Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. I actually really liked this movie. I reviewed it a while back. But I like the Suicide Squad in this movie. Like, the movie's over the top. There's blood, there's language. Yeah, we get a bunch of cool plot twists in this. But yeah, good movie. Check it out. Probably put it in loved. Green Lantern First Flight. I thought it was okay. I think I reviewed it on my channel about a year and a half ago. But yeah, we get an origin of Hal Jordan, and he teams up with Sinestro, who becomes the bad guy in the end. Yeah, it's all right. I probably put it okay. Okay, Batman Return of the Joker is definitely one of my favorites. Even though I want to review it on my channel one day, but I'm gonna put it in masterpiece. So that's all I gotta say. Oh, crap. Okay. Batman Gotham by Gaslight. It's an Elseworld story with Batman in the 1800s, and he fights Jack Ripper. But it's a cool story. Yeah. I think it was going to get a video game, but anyway. The plot twist is pretty good. I like the setting that it takes place, but yeah, I like it. Not my favorite Batman movie, but it was a nice change of pace from the other Batman movies. Okay, Batman Death in the Family. I got a hot take. I do not like Batman Death of the Family. I was definitely disappointed with it. Because Funny story. I tried to watch it on demand. Not a good idea because it just showed. It was just a recap of Under the Red Hood. And then when I got the movie itself at a movie store, I just didn't feel the stories really went anywhere. And it made me just think, well, let's just watch Under the Red Hood. That's a much better movie. Yeah, so, yeah, I didn't like it. I've not seen Batman Return of the Cape Crusader. Batman the Killing Joke. Okay, probably the most controversial Batman movie. Yeah, it's faithful to the comic, but, that beginning of the movie, not very good. I don't know, it's just weird. Batman and Batgirl, It just felt unnecessary. Yeah, the animation ain't really the best, but I think it's faithful enough to the whole Batman thing. Like comic Batman Hush. A lot of people didn't like this movie for some reason. Me, I did like this movie. I don't think it was my favorite of these New 52 movies. I think it's faithful. It has some faithful aspects to the comic, but they do a lot of things different from the comic. They instead of revealed to be Thomas, it had us thinking it was Riddler, but it was Riddler in this movie, but in the comic, it's actually revealed. I think it wasn't Riddler, but yeah, I put it in and liked it. We already did this one. Batman vs. Ninja Turtles. I really liked this movie. As much as people say the title's crazy, it is, but yeah, it's a really good Batman movie with the Ninja Turtles. I like the art style, the dynamic between Batman, the Turtles, the Bat Family. I reviewed it with Little Blue a year ago. Check that out. I think it's one of my favorite Batman animated movies. Batman Year One. I watched it last year. Yeah, it's pretty good. I've read the comic. I think the comic's better than the movie. But yeah, not much to say. I think it's faithful to the comic, but yeah, I don't know, I have to rewatch this movie, so I'll put it in the okay. Batman Under Red Hood. Oh, it is probably the best Batman animated movies. It explores the dynamic between Batman and Jason Todd. It explains why Batman doesn't kill, his moral code, and what it means to be Batman. Yeah, it's a really good movie. I've already reviewed it on my channel, so there's enough said. Masterpiece. Batman vs. Two-Face. This is the first time we see Two-Face in the 60s Batman universe. Yeah, I don't really remember this movie too much, but yeah, it was Adam West's last performance as Batman. Rest in peace, Adam. You were truly a great Batman. Batman vs. Robin. So, yeah, I do like this movie. It explores, the Court of Owls, the dynamic between Batman and Damian trying to get along as father and son. The title's kind of misleading since they don't really fight in the movie. They kind of just have they just have a lot of quarrels. But yeah, it had a good finale in it, but, yeah, good movie. Batman, Superman, Apocalypse. I really like this movie. We see, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman decide what they want to do with Supergirl. And yeah, Supergirl's awesome in this movie. We also see a badass scene between Superman and Darkseid. So yeah, I'll put it in liked. Okay, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. So yeah, this is another controversial DC movie since it literally kills the New 52 movies and has a shocking... This is probably one of the more shocking DC movies. We see the Teen Titans die, the Justice League, they get turned into robots by Darkseid, and Darkseid literally destroys the world, and then Flash goes back in time at the end. Spoilers. But yeah, a lot of great stuff in this movie. Superman Man of Tomorrow. I rewatched it a couple months back. Yeah, I think it's a good Superman movie. It's nice seeing a younger Superman. It sets up the Tomorrowverse really well with the Easter eggs and stuff. But yeah, it's a faithful story towards Superman and his world in a modern world. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I've not seen Justice League Throne of Atlantis. Okay, just Teen Titans Go to the movies. Hot take. As much as I don't like Teen Titans Go, I actually like the movie. I like how it's actually the Titans trying to get gets some appreciation. And they fight Slade finally, since they never bothered showing him in the show for some odd reason. But yeah, we get a bunch of references to other DC movies, funny voice acting. So I'll put it in liked. Justice League versus the Fatal Five. So I don't know why I skipped this movie. It's part of the DCAU. It's his latest project. Their last project they ever did in animation lately. But I actually think it's really good as the Justice League team up with the Fatal Five from the future. We see like Green Lantern, the Jessica Cruz version. I wish we saw other members, but there were so many other characters in this. They probably couldn't fit them all. But I think I loved this movie. Okay, Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. This is definitely an interesting movie. I'd like to review it, but I like how the Justice. It was meant to be like a episode of Justice League, but they turned it and made it its own thing. But yeah, this is a good movie. I think the best part is Owlman in this movie. Like, he has very concerning motives in this movie. And yeah, there's a bunch of cool fight scenes. I like the other counterparts they fight. Yeah, it seems like it was definitely going to be like an awesome episode of Justice League. But yeah, they turn it into its own thing though. So yeah, I like it. Justice League War. Okay, so this is a good... I watched this recently, finally, since I've been wanting to watch it for years, but thank goodness Tubi had it. But yeah, this movie, I do like it. Yeah, but the only confusing thing about it is, like, Batman meets Flash for the first time, even though at the end of Flashpoint Paradox, it looks like they already knew each other. So the continuity was a bit confusing, but it's a nice origin to the Justice League. It actually surprised me with the things they did different with this movie. But yeah. Okay, Justice League versus Teen Titans. The title's misleading since they don't really fight in this movie, since they're possessed by Trigon. But this honestly should have just been like a Teen Titans movie. But they only did it just because of marketing, probably. But anyway, yeah, I do like how they introduced the Teen Titans. Yeah, the Justice League don't do too much in this movie. But yeah, I would say this movie's okay. The Death of Superman. Okay, I watched this recently. I think it's really good. Because it's about Superman trying to connect with Lois. And it shows what it means for Superman to be Superman. And there's a bunch of wholesome scenes, even though he fights Doomsday in this movie, who's all powerful. But a decent movie. Superman Red Sun. I reviewed it on my channel. I think it's okay. It's an interesting Elseworld, but they didn't do much for me for this movie. I think I have to rewatch this movie. Superman Outbound, not seen. Okay. Batman Animal Instinct. I haven't seen this in years, but this was nostalgia for me. I haven't seen it in a long time, even though this is meant for little kids. But yeah, cool animation, cool, even though it's meant to sell toys. Yeah, I'll put it in the okay since it's been a while. Okay, Deathstroke, Knight, and Dragon. I like the animation style. I like who voiced Deathstroke in it. Yeah, it was alright for me. Not much to say about this one. Batman Beyond. This ain't a movie. It's just the first episode. But I love that first episode. So, masterpiece. Some of the best Batman story. Batman Sub-Zero. I think it's good. It's a nice closure for Mr. Freeze. It's the last in that style of animation for Batman, the animated series, before they went to the new Batman Adventures. But yeah, Batman's not really in the movie too much. It was meant to promote the Batman and Robin, that movie. We don't talk about it, but yeah, I'll just put it in the okay, since it's kind of a letdown from like Batman Mask of the Phantasm. But yeah, Wonder Woman Bloodline. It's a decent Wonder Woman movie. Not much to say. Batman. I've not seen this. I've only seen the two Batman Unlimited. Batman Bad Blood, I haven't seen it in a while, but I do like how it brings the Bat family together, even though Batman goes missing mostly in this movie. Yeah, not much to say. I think I need to rewatch it. Vixen, I've not seen, even though it has the Arrowverse in it. Reign of Superman was kind of disappointing. Since I don't know, I preferred Batman, the Death of Superman. I don't know why I said Batman, but yeah, it's just like it follows Superman coming back, but we also see these other Supermen. Yeah, it probably follows the comic well, but not really much to say. Yeah, Batman Superman Public Enemies, good movie, underrated. It's where Batman and Superman are up against Lex Luthor as he framed them as he's president, and it's really just a plot for Lex Luthor. I honestly could see this as a Justice League episode, but yeah, they beat up a bunch of familiar characters, but yeah, decent movie. So I'd probably put in like good, liked it. Son of Batman, it's a good movie. It's a Batman meeting Damian Wayne, and yeah, it's like the first in this whole Batman Son trilogy. So yeah, good start to it. The Batman Superman movie, even though this is just an episode of Superman the Animated Series, but I love this. Seeing Batman and Superman crossover in separate shows, like that is awesome. So yeah, very much. I've already reviewed it, but a good movie. Superman Doomsday. I've seen this. I think this is their first try at this whole animation thing ever since the DCAU ended. Yeah, it's a good start to it. It follows the comic well. Yeah, the voice acting is definitely something. But yeah, liked it. Superman vs. the Elite. Not seen the Judas Contract. Okay, the Lego Batman movie. It's probably my favorite Batman movie. It it's like they reference a bunch of Batman stuff. It's as good as the Lego movie. Heartfelt messages, a bunch of cool villains. Yeah, Will Arnett is awesome as Batman. Hilarious as Batman. Yeah, a bunch of cool stuff about father and son. Very awesome movie. Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. I have not watched this in a while. After Teen Titans got canceled, they did this movie. And I guess you can say it's a finale to the show. But even though the last episode had a weird finale, even and then Teen Titans Go happened. Yeah, this movie's nostalgia for me. I like the plot twist with the villain, how they go to Tokyo. Yeah, Batman versus Dracula. No one talks about this movie. Like seriously, even though it's basically a long episode and it has more intense scenes of like blood and stuff. Definitely a good Batman movie. Yeah, definitely something to watch on Halloween. Wonder Woman. Yeah, I like this movie. I like the animation style and the girl who voiced Wonder Woman in this. And Alfred Molina's in this movie. Doc Ock himself. Yeah, it's a nice modern origin of Wonder Woman. Okay. Uh, Constantine City of Demons. I've only seen half of this movie since it got a little too disturbing for me. I do like Matt Ryder as John Constantine. Matt Ryan as Constantine. But yeah, I couldn't see anyone else playing him. Batman Soul of the Dragon. This movie's okay. I reviewed it on my channel. It's Batman's not really in it. It takes place in the 70s though. Ugh. Batman The Long Halloween Part 1 and 2. I watched this yesterday actually. Great movie. It like explores the Batman in the Tomorrowverse. A more serious Batman. But yeah, these are my favorite DC movies. I've already reviewed it. I think I should re-review this movie one day, but yeah, I love both parts. The movie's a little slow, but I think it's a great story from a great comic. Justice Society World War II. So this ain't all the DC animated movies, but yeah, this movie was alright for me. I do like how they explore the Flash. But yeah, the movie was kind of boring for me. It's probably my least favorite in the Tomorrowverse. It has cool characters, a nice plot twist, exploring Earth too. But yeah, it's all right. So that's my DC animated ranking. Most of the DC movies I really like. They're really enjoyable, faithful to DCAU and it has stellar voice acting. The animation, yeah, I don't think it's like the best, but I feel I do like appreciate the art style they go with these animated stuff. But yeah, I'd love to watch more DC animated stuff. It's something I always look forward to watching. I want to review them all on my channel one day. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you guys next time.